So now that we have our database ready, it's time to start inserting some information onto our tables. So one thing to remember: first, before you start adding any shoes records to the shoes table or any records to our quantities table, which refer to the lookup tables, you have to remember that lookup tables have to have records beforehand. So obviously, if we're gonna add a record to the shoes table and we will be referring to the make, which does not exist in the makes table, because we're using ID, the database, the table won't accept this information as the referring relating record doesn't exist in the makes table, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna try and show you how it works. So let's put some name. I don't know. Let's say summer shoes. Some description of the summer shoes. Okay, now we're going to put the price as decimal. So it's, let's say, how much summer shoes might cost. I don't know, £25. And make, I'm going to put 1. We know that this record does not exist in a makes table, but let's see what's going to happen. Yes, we want this record to be active, and a date, we're going to put today's date and time. If we click on go, we get this error. Cannot add or update a child draw. A foreign key constraint fails. Shoes, constraint, shoes, IBFK1, foreign key 1, which is make, ID, on delete, cascade, on update, cascade, which in other words means that we haven't got record with the ID 1 in a makes table, and because of this, we weren't able to add the record to the shoes table. So now that we know this, let's add a few records to our lookup tables. Let's go to the colors table first. As you can see, if we click on the browse tab, we haven't got any records in there yet. So click on the insert tab in phpMyAdmin, and let's add the first one, which will be, say, white, and the next one, which will be black. We don't need to provide the ID because, as you may remember, this is the auto incremental field, which means the value is automatically generated by the database. So if we click on go, you can see inserted rows 2, inserted row ID 2, which is the second record. So if we go to the browse, you can see first one has ID of 1, second one has ID of 2. I've got white and black. Let's add a few more. Let's do them red and green, and perhaps another 2, which will be blue, and what else? Blue and, oh, let's forget about it. It's just blue. Okay, that's fine. So we've got 5 different colors. Now if we go to makes, let's insert, say, 2 makes, Adidas, Puma, and maybe another one, Nike. That's fine. If we go to the browse tab, we have 3 new records added. Now we have sizes. As you remember, the sizes accept decimal values with 1 decimal point. So say first size will be 9 point, say, half, 9.5. Then next one will be 10, 0. And we add another one, which will be 10.5, 11. If we leave 11 without any decimal point, the decimal point will be added automatically. So if we go to the browse tab, as you can see, we've just typed 11, but 0.0 has been added automatically to this field because it's a decimal field. Okay, I think that's enough for now. So if we go to the shoes and we try add the record now, we've got our summer shoes description, price, what was it, 25, make. Now if we select one, it's obviously going to find the record in the makes table, so you can refer to this record. And date and time, let's keep the same. We can click on go, and this time record has been added successfully. If we go to the browse tab, you can see our record is in here now. Okay, let's add another one. Winter shoes. Winter shoes description. These ones might be a little bit more expensive. Let's put 47.59. Make, let's assign the make with the ID of 2. We also want them to be active, and date and time, they will be available from tomorrow, let's say. So okay, browse, and we have these 2 records entered onto the database. Now if we click on quantities, we remember that shoes, if we go to browse, we've got ID 1 and 2. So quantities, if we click on insert, shoe ID 1, color, let's say, if you may remember, white was number 1, and size ID 1 was 9.5. And quantity of these, we have, let's say, 5 pairs. Then we're gonna have shoe ID of 1 as well. Color, number 2 was black. And size, let's say, the same size. It's just this, it's the same shoes, same size, just a different color. And the quantity, let's say these ones in the black color, we're gonna have just 2 pairs left. Click on go. These 2 records have been added. That's great. Now let's insert another one. Shoe 2, which was our winter shoes. Color white, and size, let's say we had 9.5, then number 2 was 10, so let's do it with the size 10. Then we've got quantity. These ones we've got about 6 pairs. Again, size 2. Color, this time 3, I think, was green color. Size, we can have 11, and size 11 was 9.5 was 1. 10 was 2, 10.5 was 3, 11 was 4. And quantity, we have about 3 pairs. And click on go. So we've got now 4 different records in a quantities join table. So now that we've added all the records, in the next video we'll have a look at the search tab of the PHP MyAdmin.